There's a moment that happens to almost every entrepreneur. You finally think of the business name, and suddenly everything feels real. You start imagining the website, the logo, the social media pages, maybe even future customers talking about your company. And emotionally, you're already attached to the name before the business even exists. But here's the problem. The state of Missouri doesn't care how attached you are to the name. If it conflicts with another business, your filing can still get rejected. And honestly, this catches people off guard all the time. Hi, my name is Bobby Casey. I'm the founder of BusinessAnywhere.io. I'm an international tax lawyer, and for over 20 years, I've been helping entrepreneurs structure businesses correctly, avoid compliance mistakes, and build companies on strong foundations from the beginning. And today, we're going to talk about something that sounds simple, but is actually one of the smartest things you can do before forming your company: how to do a Missouri business entity search, and more importantly, how to do it the right way. Now, let's start with something most entrepreneurs misunderstand immediately. A business entity search is not just about checking if your exact business name already exists. That's the basic version. The real issue is whether your business name is distinguishable. And legally, that's a very different standard, because two names can technically be different, but still too similar in the eyes of the state. For example, imagine there's already a company called Midwest Financial Solutions, LLC, and you want to register Midwest Finance Solutions Group. To you, those might feel different enough. But to Missouri, that could still create confusion. And if there's confusion, your registration could get denied. Now, this is exactly why business entity searches matter, because you're not just checking availability. You're protecting your future brand before you invest money into it. Now, in Missouri, you can perform a business entity search through the Secretary of State's online database. And honestly, the database itself is easy enough to use. The difficult part is knowing how to search strategically, because most people search too narrowly. They type in the exact business name, see no perfect match, and assume they're safe. That's not enough. You want to search broader than that. Let's say your business name is Gateway Digital Marketing Studio. You shouldn't just search that full phrase. Try searching Gateway Digital, then maybe Digital Marketing, then simply Gateway. Why? Because similar names may appear under different structures or combinations. And the broader your search, the better your understanding of potential conflicts. Now, once results start appearing, this is where you slow down. And honestly, patience matters here, because similarity is not always obvious immediately. Look carefully at the wording, the structure, the recurring phrases, and even how the names sound out loud. Because states don't just evaluate visual similarity, they also consider phonetic similarity. And that's something entrepreneurs often overlook completely. Now, another thing you'll notice, some businesses are active, others are inactive, some are dissolved entirely. And here's where people make another dangerous assumption. They assume inactive means available. Not necessarily. Just because a company shut down doesn't automatically mean the name becomes free immediately. There can still be restrictions or protections attached to that name. So if you see a business name similar to yours, even if the entity is inactive, treat it seriously, because assumptions here can become expensive later. Now, let's talk briefly about Missouri naming requirements, because availability alone is not enough. Your business name also needs to comply with state rules. For example, if you're forming an LLC, your name generally needs to include LLC, or limited liability company. If you're forming a corporation, you'll usually need Inc. or a corporation. Pretty standard, but then there are restricted words. Terms like bank, insurance, trust, or certain professional titles may require special licensing or approval. So even if the name appears available, the state can still reject it if it violates naming requirements. Now, honestly, this is where entrepreneurs should stop thinking only legally and start thinking strategically, because your business name is not just paperwork, it's branding, it's positioning, it's recognition. And a lot of entrepreneurs accidentally choose names that limit future growth. For example, someone launches a business called Missouri Facebook Ads Experts LLC. Maybe that feels smart today, but what happens later if they expand beyond Facebook advertising or beyond Missouri? Now, the name feels restrictive. So while you're checking availability, also think about flexibility. Will this name still make sense years from now? Because rebranding later becomes much harder once customers recognize you. Now, another thing entrepreneurs often forget: digital consistency. Let's say your Missouri business name is available. Great, but what about the domain name, Instagram handle, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, trademark conflicts, because ideally, you want alignment across everything. You don't want your legal business name to be one thing, your website slightly different, and your social handles unrelated. That creates friction, and friction reduces trust. Now, once you've confirmed the name is available, compliant, and strategically strong, then you can move forward with registration confidently. And honestly, that's the goal, confidence. Because starting a business already comes with enough uncertainty. You don't want unnecessary problems slowing you down before launch. Now, let me tell you one of the worst scenarios I see entrepreneurs deal with. They skip this process entirely, or they do one quick lazy search. Then they spend weeks building the logo, the website, the marketing, the branding, only to discover later there's a naming conflict. Now they're forced into one of two painful choices: fight for the name or completely rebuild the brand. And both are expensive, not just financially, but emotionally, because entrepreneurs become deeply attached to their business names. That's why prevention matters so much here. So even though a Missouri business entity search sounds boring, honestly, it's one of the highest ROI tasks you can do at the beginning of your business journey, because strong businesses are built on strong foundations, not rushed decisions. Now, if we bring all of this together, a Missouri business entity search is about much more than checking a database. It's about protecting your future business identity. You want to search broadly, look for similarities, understand naming requirements, think strategically about branding, and make sure your business identity works both legally and commercially. Because the smartest entrepreneurs usually solve problems before they happen. And if you want help with this process, whether it's checking business name availability, registering your LLC, handling compliance, or structuring your business properly from day one, that's exactly what we do. Through our Digital Nomad Kit, we help entrepreneurs with company formation, registered agent services, bookkeeping, compliance, and personalized support to make sure your business is built correctly from the beginning. You can find more information in the links below. And just remember, the strongest businesses usually begin with the smartest early decisions. Hope this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next video.